Hello, I'm Paul Roylance. When I left university, I wanted to work in the theatre. I studied English and drama and got a job straight away in the box office at the Royal Court Theatre in London, which lucky me. And from there, discovered that I was really excited by the technical aspects of theatre. So, long story short, I became a stage manager, and then I became a lighting designer. Then I became a production manager, and encountered in the course of my work a form of theatre which is completely unfamiliar to me, which is more European based, sort of experimental physical theatre, coming a lot out of places like Poland and Czechoslovakia, which was really exciting to me, and stumbled upon a group in Cardiff who were actually working in this form, a group called Cardiff Laboratory Theatre, and became involved with them. And then I formed my own company with my partner then, Melanie Thompson, called Intimate Strangers. We toured a lot in Europe with 5 or 6 productions of our own, only two of which I actually performed in. So this was a long time ago. This was like getting on for 40 years ago. So that was the last time I performed in one of my own shows called Same River Twice. And since then, I've got involved in other things, largely photographic work, but essentially the business of raising a family, which I got extremely excited by and took upon as if it were a profession. And enjoyed it enormously. We had twins. Those twins have grown into the most extraordinary people that I know, who work as a film company themselves. And I've seen this develop, obviously, through their lives, from their making simple parkour videos a long time ago with their mates to making feature films. There's one behind me now. And in the course of doing that, I was often called upon when they needed the generic old bloke working on the bar in the background, or being shot in a Spanish Civil War trench or something like that, which is great fun, and that's just been ongoing. But quite recently, somebody at one of the shoots I was doing with them said, "Well, you should do this more often." And I said, "Well, pull the other one, you know." They said, "No, really, go for it. I'm very grateful to you." And obviously, when I walk down that red carpet at the Oscars in a couple of years' time, I shall acknowledge the fact that you gave me the break. It was intrigue. It was intriguing. Obviously, for reasons we won't go into without spoiling, but you made it quite clear that in this film, I was not going to be seen. I was only going to be filmed from behind. And I thought, okay. And then you offered me the part, and I saw the script. I thought, okay, got it. So this is entirely about being a convincing old bloke who's rather eccentric and lives on his own in this extremely strange house, trying to put at ease a young girl who he wants to work as a cleaner. I thought, okay, how do we do this? And I thought, I haven't the faintest idea how we do this. I'll just go for it, as if it were going to be filmed from all sides. I had no idea what I was actually doing because I couldn't see myself. Once I decided that I couldn't do anything with my face at all, or my eyes, I had to decide to give as much as I could to Ruby, who's playing Bonnie, be a foil to her performance, because obviously in that sense, it's a two-hander, which is only seen from, I don't know what the POV is, but I mean, the only consciousness of me is through her eyes. So I had to give 100%, even though my incredible Oscar-winning performance was never actually going to be seen. And that seemed to work. I mean, you know, it was really enjoyable working with her and realizing that this was working as if it were, you know, a proper, you know, theatrical two-hander. The roach is an extremely creepy insect. In terms of insects, it's just being an insect.
Yeah.
Obviously, it symbolizes all that is corrupt and smelly and creepy and, yeah, rather alarming. Not so much here, but certainly in the States, and we're informed by all of those impressions we get from the States media. It is indestructible, and once it appears, you just have to either get in the exterminator and get rid of it completely, or accept that, you know, it's just got to go crunch underfoot for the rest of your time there. Obviously, it's a very difficult creature to live with, you know. Personally, I have no issue with cockroaches. But as symbols of threat, of creepiness, of being aliens, then yeah, I accept that they fulfill a sort of Jungian archetypal function in that respect. What was my favorite part? My favorite part was working with such a wonderful, open, very egalitarian crew. A crew that was clearly working out of love rather than, you know, anything else. Felt like a privilege to be part of that. It was really, yeah, I feel very humbled to have been involved in that. Because it's brilliant and it's scary and it's beautiful. That's something that needs to be mentioned, actually. I mean, shout out to Lucy and to Bart for fulfilling a particular vision of beauty in creepiness and in thrillingness, you know, because in a sense, it's a three-hander. It's Roach, Bonnie, and the house, which assumes through the you know, Lucy's designs and Bart's photography and a character of its own, a threatening atmosphere, a creepy atmosphere, you know, one which is it's obviously amplified by that. I've only heard a little bit of it so far, but a wonderful soundscape too. Yeah.